Greetings slot car fans. Quite a few of you have encouraged me to make another video of progress on my layout. If you haven't seen them already, there are 4 previous videos which show how the project, which I first dreamt about over 70 years ago, has evolved. Do take a look for detail of how I've got here, with which I won't bore you again in this video. In my last video, I'd arrived at what I thought was the final bit of landscaping, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But as I got towards the end, I became alarmed at the thought that I would then have to find a new project. So I managed to work out a way of extending the track even further, which gives me an extra 40 feet to add to the 110 feet I already had. But first, before I introduce you to those 40 feet, here's an update on what has happened since my last video, in which I left you with a whole chunk of track waiting to be landscaped. As you can see, I've crammed together rather a lot in a small space. A tunnel with some sort of mountains on the top, together with yet more tiny seagulls and a few wild mountain creatures, and some more floodlights. A bit of a broken down car and mechanics attending to it at the entrance to the tunnel. And then some more spectators and a Heineken bar. Magnetic Racing makes some really fine flat pack models, and their lookout tower with its spiral staircase is surely one of the best. I put it up high for the view, and that meant a fair bit of inventive work with bridge and walkway to get folk down to the lower level, where not only can they patronise the bar, but also go fishing. The whole exercise meant plenty more little plastic people to be painted up, and I'm now well on the way to 500 of them, which, as you can imagine, means a lot of patient work with tiny paintbrushes. So how did I manage to get another 40 feet into a room which was already more or less taken over by this project? Well, here it is. MDF and some cheap tables, as well as some tubular supports, all topped off with 2-inch sheets of polystyrene insulation from Wicks. I'm delighted with the track design, which provides a couple of fast straights and a cunning crossover to get me back into the main layout. I've got plenty of ideas for landscaping it, and I can see that it will all take a fair bit of time. Spring is nearly here in the UK at last, so I'll be busy in the garden and probably won't get round to all that diorama work until the autumn. That's something to look forward to as winter darkness will fall. Meanwhile, here are a couple of laps of the whole 150-foot layout. Oh, and before that, if anyone is anywhere near Brighton, I'm looking for help with the actual racing and some fettling of the track, cars and control systems. I'm sorry to say that my local slot car club, Weevils, seems only to be interested in selling cars and doesn't respond to my cries for help. Although, as you will very soon see, it does all work, I do think that there's more that could be done to make racing the cars themselves more reliable and enjoyable. Track cleaning, tyres, braids, that kind of thing. Leave me a comment if you fancy a few hours in Sussex, and here we go.